everybody, it has been a while, but we're back in the Star Wars room. It's still not completely cleaned up, but we did have a new edition that arrived this week that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's this. This is the Best Buy exclusive complete Skywalker Saga Collector's Edition. This monstrosity is 27 discs, all episodes 1 through 9 of Star Wars on 4K ultra high def. The movies in high def, obviously they were released a while back, originally on video cassette, then DVD, then Blu-ray, now 4K HD. I didn't make the plunge during Force Friday to get the individual movies on 4K HD, but I did pick them all up together. This came in. As Star Wars fans, we are completists, and for whatever reason that exists within our psyche, we will buy the same movies over and over and over again, in all different formats, in chasing extras, things, it might be even a tiny snippet that we didn't see before, but quite honestly, all of these, for the most part, are available on Disney Plus at this point as well. But I did want to show you guys what's included in here. This is the back of the packaging, by the way. This monstrosity is kind of like the ultimate Star Wars flex at this point, I think, price-wise, when thinking that, probably most of us have at least some of these movies already in our libraries, and then again, available on Disney Plus. I'll show you guys what's inside. We'll open this guy up. This actually slides open this way, and the other side slides likewise. And we have this book. It seems similar to like the Star Wars Frames book that was out not too long ago, with some of Lucas's favorite shots from the movies. So when you open this up, they kind of advertise this as this collector's book that you're getting, but it's not really necessarily a book. It's sleeves of discs inside, and inside here, the first thing, you actually do get digital codes, so you can download this into your digital libraries as well. And then you get this pretty small letter from Mark Hamill. If you guys want to pause the screen, you can read it. I believe Mark tweeted this out himself, or it might be on his Instagram account, if you guys want to read that as well. Nice little heartfelt thing to the fans. And then you get into what's in here. Of course, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and as soon as I did this, the binding of the book already started to make that noise like it was ripping. We have Phantom Menace, and this is artwork, and down below they tell you the Naboo Starfighter art by Doug Chang. We've met him in prior videos, I think out in LA for Celebration. So it's somewhere in the Cheap Seats archives here. And then you have Attack of the Clones and Clone Army Assault from Ryan Church. Nice art, or at least like what's left of it, because it's stretch wide and nothing up top. But you have Revenge of the Sith, Duel of the Jedi from Eric Timmons. Pretty cool. And then A New Hope, The Millennium Falcon by Ralph McQuarrie. It's a pretty iconic scene for those of us that have been around for a little while. And somewhere, it's out of view all the way up top, is a photo that I have autographed from Ralph from a while back. Empire Strikes Back, Bespin, Cloud City, Ralph McQuarrie also. Return of the Jedi, Ralph McQuarrie, Vader's Arrival. Force Awakens, The Falcon Revealed by Andre Wallin. That's just a piece of junk. Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker's Sunset from Seth Engstrom. Perhaps one of the most controversial moments in Star Wars history. Rise of Skywalker, The Final Confrontation by Audrey Wallen and Stephen Tappan. And we have some bonuses, right? So, Phantom Menace bonus, shooting the Grand Arena miniature, and then Attack of the Clones with Anthony Daniels. Just some photos. Revenge of the Sith with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen battling General Grievous, and then A New Hope shooting the first glimpse of Mos Eisley in Tunisia. Empire Strikes Back, Phil Tippett animating the AT-ATs on Hoth, and Return of the Jedi, George Lucas inspecting the Death Star 2 model. So, pretty cool. Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams with Daisy Ridley, and The Last Jedi with Rian Johnson explaining his vision for the scene. Is that where you guys can start to boo and put your thumbs down because everyone hates one or two of the new movies, or both, or all, or whatever. Rise of Skywalker, JJ guides Adam Driver as they prepare to film. It's actually a very cool background there. And Rise of Skywalker with Oscar Isaac and John Boyega. So, I love this. Absolutely love that scene. And then stars. The bummer about this book and what comes in this package, right? So this is very cool that all of the movies are on HD, so you have the current format. Of course, everyone that is buying this on 4K eventually will end up buying it on 8K or hologram or laser or whatever ends up coming out at some point, because that's what we do as Star Wars fans. But the thing, I'm going to be honest, that straight up sucks is these movies come in these sleeves, and they are not easy to pull out. They get scratched as you're pulling them out each time, and there is a Blu-ray copy of each movie, so you can see, like, when you take your disc out, in case you are really not OCD at all and you don't put your movies back timely, then you would know where to put it back. And then you have your 4K version, and I'm not hamming this up for the camera. These are legit, like, impossible to get out of these sleeves. And then you have the 4K for each of these movies, and you have artwork associated with it. Not only do the sleeves suck, there is not a single spot in any of this, or any additional materials that come with it, that tell you what exactly is on each disc. So when you get to bonuses, let's get to bonus land here. And I believe the bonuses are, they're Blu-ray bonuses, or at least what's included in here. You have the Phantom Menace bonus disc. Let's see if we can focus on this a little bit better here for you guys. There you go. Phantom Menace Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure this is just the same Blu-ray bonus disc that came with the prior editions. And I don't know if there's anything new, because of course, A, there's so much bonus material to have, or that's out there in Star Wars land, but B, there's not a single word written about what's on any of these discs. It is a huge, huge mess. So I put the discs back in this box. I do want to say, you know, again, the things that we do as fans, I didn't break out the old VHS cassettes, but I can remember back, you know, when Star Wars first came out and VCRs were first a thing, you really couldn't buy, like, Star Wars immediately because it was like $100 for a VHS cassette. You know, you would go to the store and you'd rent it, and you'd go multiple times or rent it on however many times on the weekends. But then they released the first editions on VHS, and we had the new editions come out in '97, and then we started getting DVD versions, and you know, we had this DVD version of the Star Wars trilogy. And to me, this is the holy grail, at least. The first 3 movies that were out, and you get bonus material. And you get to your bonus material disc, and at least inside, classic editions, they tell you what's on the discs, and you're good to go. You move on from the trilogy discs, and a short while later, we have the Blu-ray editions, and it feels like these just came out, but apparently they came out in, I guess, 2011, and this was the Blu-ray box set, which was the complete saga at that point. So it was the 6 movies, and it was 9 discs at that point, all on Blu-ray. And at that time, again, the complete saga, sleeves that house your movies. I'm sure it's economical to put movies in this way, and it adds to being able to have, nice pictures surrounding things. But it's a destroyer of discs and longevity, and maybe that's the plan, to have you keep going back and buy things over and over again. But this essentially was kind of the kitchen sink with bonus features. It had an allotment of amazing bonus features included in here. I think more bonus features than we had seen to date. You guys are going to ask the big question, does this contain the original cut movies that Lucas had released in the movie theaters? And the answer is no. And the other day there was a rumor floating out there that the original versions were going to be on Disney Plus. I actually believed it, because I guess, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I didn't think of it being April Fool's Day, so they're not. But what is available, if you were ever curious about the original movies, and people say this all the time, that they were never released. They were released, I believe, on Laserdisc, and then they were ported over for the Laserdisc version into these copies that I believe were out in like the 2004 time period. So these came with a disc, and this is just Return of the Jedi for illustrative purposes. This is Return of the Jedi, and then on the second disc, it has the original theatrical version of Return of the Jedi. So what happened when this was released is that it's not brought up to speed quality-wise, where I think it's, people want the best of both worlds. They want the original cut of the movies, and then they also want them to look spectacular while they're watching them on their new systems, almost like perfectly cleaned up or tuned to 4K. And there's a balance of both. I really enjoy every so often going back and watching these versions, because they are kind of gritty, and they look the way that I remember when I saw them in the movie theaters in the 80s. So if you guys are looking for the original cuts of the movies, you might be able to find these on eBay or resale somewhere. But all of the original Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi were available here. What I'm going to do is just go check some of this out on our HD TV, and we'll see maybe what some of the extras are, as well as how the quality looks. Now, of course, this is not going to do the picture justice, because I have backlit sunlight coming in and everything, but it looks phenomenal at home. The new movies. Prequel trilogies, looks amazing. It almost just looks like a video game with artwork in the background, because it's so clear now. Now you get to the original trilogy, and oh my god, this is gorgeous. I am blown away by how gorgeous this looks. Now the moment of truth. McClunky it is. Alright, I'm going to go through the bonus disc material and just show you what's on the screen, so you guys can have titles at least. I am not going to transcribe it, but for those that want to see what all is included in all of the bonus discs, here it is. I am silencing the music so I don't get a copyright here, but the bonus features for Phantom Menace or Doug Chiang's Look Back, Discoveries from Inside, Models and Miniatures, George Lucas on the Digital Revolution, Legacy content, and information. Within the Phantom Menace Legacy content, you have the beginning, feature-length documentary, the pod race, theatrical edit, archive fly-through, interviews, deleted extended scenes, and the collection. Attack of the Clones, we get conversations, sound in space, discoveries from inside, costumes revealed, the art of the Attack of the Clones, legacy content, information. In the Attack of the Clones legacy content, we have From Puppets to Pixels, digital characters in Episode 2, documentary, state-of-the-art, the pre-visualization of Episode 2 documentary, films are not released, The Escaped documentary, Episode 2 visual effects breakdown montage, interviews, deleted scenes, the collection. The costumes featurette is actually really kind of cool to watch. This is why, as fans, we love bonus features. We did a video a while back, I believe down in Clearwater or St. Pete at the Art Museum, where they had the display of Star Wars costumes over the years as well. You guys can check out that video up here. Revenge of the Sith includes conversations, the Star Wars that almost was, discoveries from inside, holograms and bloopers, legacy content, and info. Oh, and within the legacy content, it's within a minute, the making of Episode 3, the Journey Part 1, the Journey Part 2, ILM Episode 3 SIG-Graph Reel, Star Warriors, Star Wars Tech, interviews, deleted extended scenes, the collection. A New Hope bonus features, conversations creating a universe, discoveries from what's inside, weapons and the first lightsaber, legacy content and info. So we'll go to legacy content, Anatomy of a Dewback, Star Wars launch trailer, archive, fly-through, interviews, deleted scenes, and the collection. In case you guys are wondering what the collection is all about, this is essentially it. It's just 3D renderings of ships, places. Alright, Empire Strikes Back. We've got conversations, the lost interviews. You click on these things. It's basically a series of interviews that have been lost for 40 years. Do it again. These are definitely worth checking out at a later time. I want to have a few more hours to be able to just sit and watch TV. So the other bonus features for Empire, discoveries from inside, legacy content, and legacy content, conversation with the Masters, Dennis Muren, How Walkers Walk, interviews, deleted extended scenes. And then Return of the Jedi, we have conversations, the effects, discoveries from inside, the sounds of Ben Burt, legacy content, classic creatures, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Jedi teaser trailer, Return of the Jedi launch trailer, It Began TV spot, climatic chapter TV spot, interviews, deleted extended scenes in the collection. By God, it's Revenge of the Jedi! The Force Awakens, you have Secrets of the Force Awakens, a cinematic journey, The Scavenger and Stone Trooper, a conversation with Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, The Story Awakens, The Table Read, Crafting Creatures, Building BB-8, Blueprint of a Battle, The Snow Fight, ILM, The Visual Magic of the Force, John Williams, The Seventh Symphony, Dressing the Galaxy, Foley, A Sonic Tale, Sounds of the Resistance, Inside the Armory, deleted scenes, Force for Change. The Last Jedi, bonus features, The Director and the Jedi, Balance of the Force, Anti-Circus Live, One Night Only, Scene Breakdowns, Meet the Porgs, deleted scenes. That's it. And The Rise of Skywalker, The Skywalker Legacy, Pasana Pursuit, Creating the Speeder Chase, Aliens in the Desert, D.O., A Key to the Past, Warwick and Son, A Cast of Creatures. That's it. I actually think there's more bonus features for this when you buy the movie standalone, and that's kind of the usual gimmick, is to split up bonus stuff between individual retailers for their extras. Alright, so that about does it for this box set. And like I said earlier, this is kind of like the ultimate flex for Star Wars fans, meaning this is super expensive. It is a Best Buy exclusive, at least in America. It's $250, which basically for 9 movies, that equates to about $27 and change per film if you're buying them individually. You could probably buy your movies that you enjoy individually, especially since the fandom is so split at this point as to which movies they enjoy and which movies they despise. I think that as far as fans go, people are either loving or hating movies, and it's not a point of picking and choosing scenes that they enjoy between the films. I tend to fast forward to the scenes that I enjoy, so I'm happy with at least some parts of all of the movies. Is it worth it to you? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to close this by giving a quick ranking again of the films that I prefer, and this is my opinion in order for Star Wars. You guys ask me this often in comments, so without further ado, Empire Strikes Back, favorite movie. Second favorite, A New Hope. Then Jedi, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, The Force Awakens, The Rise of Skywalker, Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace, and The Last Jedi is my least favorite movie. Now that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for checking us out. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Let me know what your favorites are down below. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great day. We'll see you guys.